Hello everybody and welcome back to Neptune's Rings. We're here again with Space Engineers where we left off. I just finished or just didn't just finish, but we had just designed our mining vessel, and in the meantime I have gone ahead and I've finished up the other side, made more thrusters, which actually took a while because I had to make a lot of components to finish the thrusters and motors. We were missing a lot of motors, which took quite a little while to build. How are we doing here? Looks like we're still refining nickel. Lots of nickel. We don't have any cobalt, so we're gonna refine some cobalt for a little while. But yeah, it took a little while to finish all the required components, but now it's finished, and I shall dub the Pomplemousse. For no particular reason other than it's been on my mind recently, and it's a fun word to say. Um, but I'll just give you a quick tour of the ship. It's not too complicated or anything, so not that it needs much tour, but we have our mining drills, as well as we have 4 reverse thrusters for when we're digging down. We can make sure that we'll get back out of the hole that we're in. I actually realized now I didn't finish welding up all these blocks. This is my bad. Oops. Can't reach from down here, that's fine. But we have 2 batteries on here now because one just didn't quite cut it. We needed just a little bit more power, so I went ahead and added the extra battery to make sure that we we have the power to run all of our thrusters. Sorry about that. And I added these little panels down here as kind of skid guards to make sure. One second. Sorry about that. I had a weird tickle in my throat. I had a cough. But there's a couple pieces missing that I need to put on eventually, but for now the ship is complete, and I had to put on the extra battery so that we could make sure all of our thrusters can be firing at once, to make sure we have enough power to fly, especially with the heavier load. Once we start filling up our 2 medium cargo containers on this, hopefully that'll be enough room. As well as I put a connector so we can attach, or I put a connector on the ship as well onto our base. Wow, words. Put a connector on the ship as well as on the base so that we can connect and automatically feed all the new materials into the base, as well as I put this storage container. I can't remember if I did this on camera or not. I think I had this on camera, but we have the storage container which will hold all of our ores. And the refinery will hopefully just suck them up and get them refining. So, I've flown this a little bit just from over there to over here. So this will basically be our maiden whoa, went down really fast. This will basically be our maiden voyage, so let's go for a quick ride. Yeah? If I can... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, it's because I'm connected, that's why. Okay, makes sense. So we're gonna hit... Oops, that wasn't smart. So I hit Y because I couldn't remember if the ship was on or off, and it was on, so it turned off the ship as well as it turned off the base. So give me 1 second. Actually, gotta put the landing gear on our landing gear on our toolbar so we can toggle block on off. Switch lock. There we go. So that we can go ahead and... Oh, no, not that button. Can't tell if it's on. Okay, good. We're locked on. So we can land, basically, and use that. And when you're toggling your lock, you generally... The, wow, words. The button for it is P. I believe it's P. And it'll lock your land gears and it'll unlock it. But it'll do a similar thing as I just did with the whole bases. If you're docked to something, it can very well undock everything that's docked to that block. So if you had multiple ships docked onto this base and you hit P, it could end up undocking everything. see, let's turn the battery back on. There we go. Or check. No, we want that off. Ooh, we want those wind turbines back on too. There we are. That should be everything back on. So yeah, you want to be very careful on what. Okay, trying to remember buttons. You want to be very careful on which buttons you use to do what. So that's why it's just easier to get one of those little command block, or not command blocks, but one of those blocks and put them on your command bar, and have that just toggle lock. That way you can just push 3, and we're off. I have the same thing for my drills and for our docking port. Right now it's well, it's supposed to be unlocked, but okay. So we're going to fly over to our iron deposit. Is it this one? Cannot tell. Oh wow, which one was it? It's not currently showing me what my markers are. Probably because I don't have an antenna on, maybe? I don't think that's it. I think it was over here. Ooh. Oh yeah, we have plenty of power now. Yeah, that's our iron deposit over there. On the way we can pick up that unknown signal and see if we can get some more advanced tools. Took the advice from I believe Surviving Sam's comment. He said to equip the new tools that we get, the more advanced ones. That'll help us advance farther along and be quicker with what we're doing. So I did that. I hadn't done that previously just because of a poor thought process on my part. In a test game I was using progression, so I think it locked me out from being able to use the new blocks until I had unlocked them. But since I'm not using progression in this playthrough, I can use them immediately. So I have my level 2 grinder, my level 1 grinder, my one higher than basic grinder equipped now. Got the skeleton drill. I believe those are just skins, so no new equipment. A little bit of lag there. Did I grind? Okay, good. Don't want to grind up the cargo container. I want to take the contents out first. Let's take all these little components. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Get back in their ship. Push 3 to take off. And we'll continue to our iron deposit, which is still quite a little ways away. Dang. But I was saying we have 4 reverse thrusters on this, but only 2 forward thrusters. I think we have 6 upward thrusters. So the ship is pretty well capable, I believe. It should do everything we need perfectly fine. Not terribly concerned about its performance capabilities. And should not have another problem with the stopping like I did in my test game. So okay, well, I'm excited to go mine this, but I also realize it's going to be a little bit difficult to get in there to the iron. Oh god, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. Whew, that scared me. As you can see, we only have 1 left and right thruster, so we're very slow in those directions, but that is a-okay. We don't need to, well, we're so slow we cannot stay aloft in those directions, so we need to be very careful on our orientation, which is good to know. That's blue. I think that's just, yeah, it just wasn't rendered in. Okay, so let's see. I want to bind the drills to a click. Don't remember how to do that. So unfortunately, we're just gonna go this way. And just drill straight in. See how well this works. Are we too fat to go in? Oh. So we're gonna need a little work to dig out this hole a little bit. Gotta remember not to roll over because we don't have the thrust to fly. So, I'll just spend some time digging this hole out a little bit so we can fit, and I'll bring y'all back when we actually have some ore that we can start mining. It's exciting times. Oh, you guys, welcome back. I've stuck. There we go. Just finished up a little bit of mining here. As you can see, ooh, don't. There you go. Might have to put some more thrusters in those sideways directions because that was quite tricky to not flip over when mining this out. You see, okay, I need to toggle that better. You got a nice big hole going here, so you can kind of see a good side view there. Yep, so we have a lot of iron now though. So you have 18,000 in the cockpit, about 60,000 in one medium container, another 60,000 in the other medium container, 12,000 in the connector. Lots of stone too, but that's beside the point. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a small cargo container on here as well. There was a spot I wasn't sure what to put there, and a cargo container fit well, but also small cargo containers don't hold much, so I was just experimenting with that, see if I wanted to do that. I don't, but I left that one in there anyway. You can say, as you can see, we're considerably slower with all this extra mass on us. I didn't mass this before we went on our mining venture, but you can see where was at 260, was it tons? Metric tons? I think it's a metric ton, 1,000 kilograms. 260,000 kilograms though. We're gonna go run by this unknown signal real quick and see if we can get some nice little goodies. Oh yeah, almost forgot. While I was digging, I don't know if I can't remember if I mentioned it or not. I was trying to figure out how to right-click with the ship drill. I figured it out. You have to go into instead of all blocks, you have to go into block tools. And you have to get the drill and drag it down here, and it comes with just the drill. It doesn't have like the toggle functions like this one does. So you just grab that and hit 5, and you can right click and it'll drill out large areas like with your hand drill, or left click and it'll actually mine the goods, the ores, the rock. I'll give you a quick example. I'm going to right click on this little area here and just drill out a big hole. Y'all saw on my iron mine back there. There's that large entry hole there that I used to get into the actual iron deposit. You can see gives you a very large hole that you can actually enter through. It makes it much easier to get down into the actual deposit. And then if you right click, or left click, I'm sorry, it actually mines the stone, as you see. So it doesn't give you nearly as big a hole, but you actually get the materials that you're mining. So in case any of you are wondering how to do that. Uh-oh. Did I just happen to mine enough that I can't? Come on, lift off just ever so slightly. I think I have just slightly too much on me now. Let's pull out some of the stone that we don't need. I'm not gonna dump it. Oh, that's hardly any stone. Like at all. Actually, I think from what I remember, you can. Nope, didn't want to hit that button. From what I remember, I think you can actually go into the inventory from here. Yeah. And dump the stone like that. Although that's gonna be very, very slow since I have. Did not mean to hit that button again. Since I have no inventory space, I shouldn't have brought all this with me. But I can probably doesn't fit in the drill. I have to go in the cockpit. But I can move the stone into the drill. Why would you do that to me? Stay there. Stay there. Haha. Have to kind of trick it a little bit. Yeah. I'll bring you back once I have this inventory management finished up. Hey guys, welcome back. I got that finished up. As you can see, I dropped a bunch of the stones down there in the hole. And we should be light enough to fly, I hope. Yep, there we go. We're airborne again. Gotta be very careful. Oh yeah, we're barely light enough to be airborne. Gonna be very careful coming in for this. Oh god. Whew, okay, we're just going to go ahead and fly on home. I thought I had more up thrusters. Yeah, I have 6. I don't know what the problem is. If I have the power to power them all. Okay, let's see if we can get ourselves home, because we need to get out of here before we run out of fuel. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna need a backup plan here because we are barely staying aloft. We're gonna have to go the long way around. And this is why we wanted to put a battery on our base, so that once we park this thing, we can have the base recharge it, because we don't have any recharging capability on this ship of its own. It's going to rely solely on the base's wind turbines for recharging. There we go, got up and around. So you can see that those 2 cargo containers full of iron and stone really do a number on us mass-wise. Whew, it's very hot. So our thrusters can barely keep up with the load. And we're kind of overshoot. We're sliding a bit. It's because we only have that 1 thruster in that sideways direction. This mass problem is going to make it very fun to actually have to dock this with the base. We'll figure it out though, won't be too bad. And hopefully we don't crash into the base and destroy everything, because this will definitely plow through our base. This has enough mass behind it, and the base has next to no structural integrity since I haven't had a chance to weld up any of the armor blocks yet. Although if we can get all this iron back successfully, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ow. This is bad. Whew. Not quite sure how we managed that. Also don't know why we dropped out of the air like that. That was weird. We're just gonna come in nice and slow. Might put 2 more forward thrusters right on top of those 2 there to help us get a little bit of speed going. Ooh, 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 ooh. Be nice and gentle coming in. Oop, don't want to do that. I want to stay nice and level. Bring us down a bit. We're going to be very careful with our downward thrust. Also, this wasn't the best positioning of wasn't the best position of where to put the connector for the base. I'll admit that much. Okay, a little bit too fast. Okay, let's see. Need to put a camera back there too, so I can kind of use it as a docking camera. Oh, oh, oh. It's a little bit too far back. Where am I at? Oh, hang on. Yeah, as you can see, docking's not really my my strength here, but I'll get the hang of it. We'll somehow manage to. Interesting. Oh, we're not level. That's why. See? Yeah, we need to put more sideways thrusters on because this is killing me a bit. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. Just over a little bit. And we're docked. Perfect. Easy peasy. I also need to put some blocks down here to make like a little bit of a landing platform. Finish digging this out as well. But let's watch these resources kind of come on in. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's gonna have to transfer into our storage container. Where is it? Here we are. Transfer all this into here. I don't know why I didn't just stack those like that. There we go. We shouldn't need iron for a very long time. I say, but let's see, medium card, medium. Yeah, it should be all of it that we have. And once our refinery's done with this cobalt and everything, it'll just pull it once it needs it. I hope that's the goal, at least. But as for goals, I want to 6 hours, 7 hours. Who dang. We're not getting much charge because we're refining right now and trying to recharge everything. We're actually probably running part of the base off of that battery as well. Actually, no, it was recharging. I remember seeing that. But what I want to get done today is I want to start welding up some of these plates here, so that we can get our base kind of looking a little nicer. Can I transfer this into my inventory? No, apparently I cannot. Why not? My cockpit should be connected to everything, so it should be able to funnel it through. There we go. Just grab all this stuff back so I know it's on me. I don't have to worry about that nonsense. Yeah, so I want to get all this, or not necessarily all of it, but I want to start getting this stuff welded up. And I realize some of this is going to be hard to reach because there's the refinery and assembler on it. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of weld it up. If not, it doesn't matter oh no, I damaged that at some point. It doesn't matter too much because you won't be able to see it anyway. But on top of that, I want to start getting the regular assembler and refinery at least placed so we know what components we need and how much, and we can start getting those produced up. But those are very large blocks. I'll show you in just a second here. Refinery. Let's start with the refinery. It's a basic one. I want the big boy here though. So there's our basic refinery right there, that one. And this is the full-size refinery. Much larger. Oops, no, don't want that. There we go. Trying to figure out how we want to place it. Okay, hey, good. There's ports on either side of it. So we might just put it right there. Put it right there for now. Just connect it into our storage container system. It's for our assembler. There we are. This buddy also has a wow, I'm blanking pretty bad on this. It's got ports. That's what I'm trying to say. So we can hook it up to our refinery here. Let me see if I can get this. There we go, lined up. So that'll be all piped together. Let's see what we need for these. 1200 steel plates, and the rest is reasonable. So let's see if we put this in here. We need 5 more motors, 10 steel tubes, 30 construction components, and 19 metal grids. Let's get that queued up. You're gonna have to move, bud. Let's go over here for now. I don't want to get rid of it yet. Okay. Make sure I don't have this in the inventory. I have some of those grids. Motors, don't need steel tubes. So let's queue up. I think we needed 30 construction components. I was gonna get, I guess that was 60. Get 60 for now. We needed 19 metal grids, I think, so we'll get 50 for now. Needed some motors, I think. We'll get 50 of those, and then actually, that many steel plates. That should be fine. Looks like we have plenty of cobalt for all this, so we should start refining some of that. Nope, not that. Refinery. Some of this nickel, so we have enough to produce all the. What? We have a ton of nickel. It must, the assembler must not be pulling it all right now. Yeah, that's what the problem is. Let's pull all the nickel, all the cobalt, make sure we have enough. So in actuality, we'll probably just start refining down that iron, because it looks like the iron's what we're going to be lacking. With all those steel plates, I'm sure that's what the bottleneck's going to be. So, let's get this stuff. We'll go start welding. Oh, actually it's right here. 15 steel tubes, that's what we need. See if I grind that down right now, I'm not going to be able to store all the parts because my inventory is full. So I need 50 more construction components, 20 motors, a ton of computers. Ooh. Too far. I don't remember what I needed. Needed like 200 motors, like 100 construction components. Actually, I think I needed like 200 computers, a few more motors. Let's get like 30 more of those large steel tubes. And we'll go ahead and move the plates down to the last in the queue so that we can make sure we get all this finished up. And we just need large steel tubes for you. And yeah, please. Nope, okay, we're gonna fly. Maybe if I was good with pushing buttons. Okay, 50 construction components, have all the motors in the world. Yeah, we need a 200 component. We need 160 computers, but I'm just saying 200 to simplify because numbers are hard to keep in my head. I'm not good at that. So this will probably take a little while to get all this finished up, so I'll bring you back when that's all finished, and I'll work on, I guess I can't work on the welding this up right now because I need the steel plates to weld it. So I'll bring you back when the refinery is finished, the refinery and assembler, and I'll see y'all then. Hey guys, welcome back. I have the assembler finished. The refinery is going to take a little bit more time because it requires such a massive amount of I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of 3 things at once. It takes such a large amount of ore to, or iron plates, I'm sorry, iron plates to make, which means that a lot of iron is needed to produce, and you know, this, that, and the other. So figured is I would start breaking down, or not breaking down, but using the new assembler to start helping make these plates so we can get this done a little bit faster. Sorry about that. As you see, the other assembler moves much quicker, so this will get us done like 2-3 times faster, maybe, hopefully. That's the goal. And as y'all probably noticed to my right here, the chair is gone because I was sick of running around it. Let's see, this is the basic assembler. So once we have these done, we don't need these anymore. We have a choice. We can either get rid of them, sorry, or we can just kind of hide them away in our base as mementos of our previous lower tech needs. And I think honestly I'm a little bit lazy, so I kind of want to just hide them away. I want to deal with rebuilding the base around them, or relaying out the base. Which also raises another question: is how do we want to lay this base? I have not had low energy in quite a little while. I'm just gonna sit in here and recharge a bit. I actually thought it recharged a little bit faster than this, but that's okay. That wasn't too bad. Dang it. I need to put a ramp right there. Okay. So I'm thinking is this will probably all just stay hidden, and we'll have an access port right here, and then the base will start over here, and this back here will be our industrial zone where all this will kind of just be hidden behind walls. And we'll have our living quarters over here. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll eventually build a larger storage container right about here and pipe it into our system somehow. Might just pipe it into that storage container over there. That kind of hurt a little bit. Not too bad though. So at that point we'll have a wall here then, so we won't need these ramps, but we're going to keep them around for now because they're helpful. Like I need to put a pair of them over here. Thank you. Oh, I'm almost out of iron there. Dang. 3,000 iron doesn't get nearly as far as I expect. Oops, don't want to do that. I want to keep that. I take those. Those large steel tubes are really heavy. Almost there. See if I can grab a little bit more iron ingots. No, we're actually almost out of iron. Oh no, we're not. There's some right here. Because we're still producing it. Okay, we're gonna take this 2,000 over here, and this will probably make about 500 or so. That's what I think I can recall. How much does this take? A steel plate requires 7. So 2,000, sorry, it'll make about 300. But we only need about 60 to finish this up. Well, at least make it functional. Which we will accomplish, we just gotta finish welding it up. I can't wait to get a better quality welder, because this is so slow. But now that we have this, we should be able to move all of our material into it. So let's take care of that real quick. Basic refinery, I want the regular refinery. There we go. Can hold so much more ore. Can it actually hold all of the ore? That's my question. It can't. Oh, it can almost hold all the ore. I want to basically turn off the refinery and the assembler over here. Not the assembler, the basic assembler. What? Can I not pipe this through to the assembler? Why not? Oh boy, did I mess this up? I messed this up. That was off by 1. Just gonna... Where's my inventory? Just gonna... get rid of that. I want that. Thank you though. We get to use the nice new grinder that we have. It's much quicker. This will take him ages with the first one. Grind this down. Oh yeah, I missed really badly on that. Dang. Oops. Don't know why that was just floating there. The assembler is on 9. Okay, should line up right there. This will take just a little bit to weld up. Actually, let's see if we can build that next level. No, we can't. No, we can. Yeah. Build one of these real quick for me, please. Thank you. How kind of you. We can get rid of that. We'll put that there. That there. Just to stay consistent. Then we have to go to G to replace that character tool with the better one. There we are. We'll see how much faster this is. Oh wow. Yeah, that is much better. And after we get this built up, we can actually build even better ones, maybe. I know we'll have the blueprints too. I just don't know if we'll have the ores too, because it might take platinum, if I recall correctly. And platinum's not available planet side, so we'll have to get out into space to do that. Let's check real quick, just for fun. Cobalt, silver. Requires silver. Which actually we can get. Which actually I thought I had silver. Silicon. I was almost positive I had some silver. And I just couldn't refine it because the basic refinery doesn't refine silver. Ice, iron. I guess I won't take that. Well, this has a little bit of goods in it. Huh. Maybe I found a silver deposit. That might be what I'm thinking of. Also, could just be thinking of my test game. Silicon. Okay, making sure I didn't just misread silicon. I want to go to that planet. That looks interesting. I know that's gonna be an alien world with like a not house, and that one over there. Dang, those look so cool. I know they're gonna be very inhospitable, but I still want to go. But fun thing about the refinery is now we can find all of the ores because we have the top level refinery, as well as we can construct more things in the assembler like explosives, gravity components for gravity generators, which are useless planetside. But for when we go to space, that'll be good. We can make missiles, medical components, so we can make a medical room, so we can respawn and stop using our respawn ship. Reactor components, which we don't really need right now. One, we can't build because silver, and two, it's kind of pointless right now since we don't have any uranium for the reactors. Thruster components, I think we've always had. Thought they looked different though. Interesting. As well as we get these cool little guys here that we can actually select the part. Let's say we want to build desk. What do we want to build? Let's see, not hydrogen. O2H8. Oh, okay, words. O2H2 generator. You can just click that and it'll queue up all the parts we need to build it. And just build those all up for us so it'll be ready. And now that this is actually piped up correctly, all the materials will flow through it and actually build what we want. While we're here though, not that. Turn that off. Let's go through and make sure our basic assembler is not doing anything. It is doing stuff still. It's still making those plates. Which it's admirable, to say the least, but you're kind of... don't need you anymore, buddy. I'm sorry. Not the medium cargo container. Not the basic assembler. But into the regular assembler you go. And then you can go there. You can also go there. And you can as well. And so can you. Let's go into the control panel and basic assembler, and we'll turn that off. Let's go make sure the refinery, the basic refinery, is not doing anything. It is not. It just has some materials in it. So we're going to go through and we're going to move. Nope. We're going to move all this into our full-size refinery. And then we'll go through. Nope, not there. Basic refinery. I'll turn that off. Don't want to show it. 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 Okay, and then we'll go through and do the same thing for that one. So now those won't be used for anything because these will be much more efficient. This is assembler, refinery, yeah. Look at the size difference in those though. Wow. What is this? Iron ingots, why? Assembler. Oh, at this point I want to be back in my inventory. Why were there just 2 iron ingots sitting on the floor? The world may never know. Oh yeah, I forgot I queued up the parts for a H2O2 generator. Okay, let's see. How big is that? I should check. Small box. H2. Oh, H2. Generator. Oh, it's not too big. Let's go ahead and put it there on our cargo container. That way we can mine up some ice and start making ourselves some oxygen and hydrogen. Oh wow, we actually need motors. Don't know why that comes as a surprise for me. They were sitting in that inventory. Okay. So now we'll actually make hydrogen and oxygen if we had ice. But that also reminds me, for this to be very effective, one, we need ice. That kind of seems pretty... It's not gonna work. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Sorry. Okay, we cannot move a lot of ice at a time. Sorry. But itch in my throat, it's really getting to me. Yep, so that's doing that. Put a bottle in there and it'll fill up our bottle. Also make oxygen bottles. But what we should do is expand the base this way actually a little bit. Which is actually outside. No. It is within our kind of blocked off area for the base. It's so strange to be able to actually build and not concern about the materials. Because before, like, to build all this took so much iron because it was still plates. Not even to finish constructing them, but just to place them. I need to move that. But we'll pipe in over here. We'll also get rid of that, but I need to store some stuff first. What do I got? Oh, it's all the iron plates I have. That's not gonna work. Wow, those are quite heavy. Get rid of that in a little bit. But we'll go ahead and pipe in here a hydrogen tank, which is absolutely massive, and oxygen tank, which is teeny tiny. Well, not teeny tiny, but like on the scale of the hydrogen tank, it's pretty small. So we'll actually put that guy right here. If I was smart, I probably could have actually piped that better. But we'll run a conveyor system here with actually a conveyor tube, conveyor block there, conveyor tube here, and then over here we'll have the hydrogen generator. Let me just go ahead and move our respawn ship real quick, and I'll get to work on that and show y'all what I have going on in my head. I'll bring it back when I have it finished up a little bit. Hello guys, welcome back. So I got the layout, I guess, done. It doesn't look beautiful, but I rotated this so we can lay this out a little bit better, because as you can see, this is the hydrogen tank and it's massive. It is about the same size as a large cargo container, so it's a lot of hydrogen. I guess I should have actually piped this up as well, but I wanted to show y'all the layout that I've kind of decided to go with, and we can change the layout in the future if we want to as well. I'm trying to just get a nice base going on, because in the previous episode I mentioned I kind of want to get our base on a rover eventually, so I don't want to get anything too set in stone. Because we built our base on stone. Okay, aside from that, got this going. So I have our assembler over here making all the parts for the blocks that we need. Conveyor junction, sorter. So we're gonna get some tubes and a junction, so we can start piping this up a bit. And we kind of want to get this in the background. So got that. That's going to allow the oxygen from this oxygen generator to come through here, as well as put another one here actually, because I'm going to put a tube. It's not laid out great at all. Actually, you know what? This works. This works. Never mind. Don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to put this tube here. Then this one here. Where am I at? Okay, we're gonna put that there. That'll connect the oxygen generator, the hydrogen into the hydrogen tank. The oxygen's already going into the oxygen tank. Oops. And then we want over here. Oh, if you would rotate, please. There we go. Pod. Come on, there we go. That's all I wanted. Probably helps if I do that. There you go, just go up. It's too far. There. I'll just connect these guys up here. Just like that. There we go. Oops, don't fall. Okay, so now our small cargo container that's connected out, our ship will connect to, is piped up to our large cargo container that we're going to put over there. And our hydrogen, our H2O2 generator is piped into an oxygen tank and a hydrogen tank, as well as our cargo container here, so we can just import ice into it from there, and it shouldn't need to go to the large cargo container, but it is technically piped up to it, technically, through the hydrogen tank. And then we can just wall off this area here so that we don't see any of this messy piping. We can probably leave that face exposed so we can kind of see like the cargo, or we can just leave this exposed so we see that. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it kind of looking decent. I'll off camera I'll go ahead and weld up a bunch of this stuff so we can start, or I can start seeing how it all looks and try to lay out something a little bit more sensible than what I have going on right now. But in the meantime, let's start trying to weld up some of this stuff and get it finished up at least a little bit so we can see what's going on. Oh, it's the unknown signal. I heard that little sound that the unknown signal's making. I was like, what is that? I couldn't remember. Oh, that's fun. I can just walk through that little spot there. I was concerned I would have to fly around or like go all the way around to weld this up, but apparently no. I can just walk through that little gap there. There we go. Love that assembler. It makes all this so much easier. I don't have to remember how many components I need, and it's so much faster. Okay, I just need to start the steel tubes basically, which are super heavy. Why do I have detector? Oh, actually I know why I have detector components. These steel tubes are so heavy. I guess not heavy, but they're volumetric. They take up a lot of space. Which is why I'm playing on, I think I said it has 10 times inventory size, because otherwise we would never get any of this stuff moved. It would be such a hassle. You're gonna get these set up ahead of that so we can get these other tanks done. Or this tank done, I guess. Let's see the small steel tubes. And oh, this is done. That was weird. It was like showing up as if it wasn't. Let's get that done, that. Need 40 more large steel tubes. Make them up. And then this one needs a lot of, oh, small steel tubes. What am I making a lot of extra components for? What are all those other components? Oh, you know what? I probably needed those, but I already had some on my inventory, so I used those and was able to use it off of what I had in inventory. I guarantee that's what happened. Cool, now we'll start producing some hydrogen. I'll probably fly down to the ice lake if I can find it. There's gotta be one around here. and mine up some ice and off camera and get that into our system so we can have some not generator, some hydrogen production going. Which actually, it occurs to me that I actually have to weld up this other stuff. So I need what, like 2 junctions and a bunch of pipe. Ow. Let's go ahead and go to production. Just click on this guy. See, conveyor. Get 2 of them. And I don't know if there's really a difference, but we'll get like 10 of those going. And from this, I mainly think I just need the motors and the pipes. I already have a bunch of construction components. Let's see if we can get this kind of going. At least the hydrogen. Okay. Well, the hydrogen. Well, I guess we're gonna have the oxygen going first because it's a pretty simple piping. Small steel tubes. And then the hydrogen tank was going to take a little bit more. But we'll have that done before the cargo container, for sure. More motors. Okay, the motors are going to come here in a minute. Get all these done as well. I can't see. I'm so bad at keeping in my head what I need. I always forget. So I don't even know if those are, if that's in the order that I need those. Why would you do that to me? I don't even know if that was in the order that I needed those components to be produced. There we go. Now we should be making oxygen. Let's check real quick. Oxygen tank. Any item accepted by oxygen. It should be making oxygen. Interesting. Actually, I think you would see in here oxygen. I guess we're not making oxygen. Maybe we don't have enough power. That's another thing I completely forgot to consider, is we're gonna need power for that generator. Small steel tubes. We need so many of those. And in case any of you are all wondering, these little small square. They're not like a conveyor junction or like ports to like move resources through. They're ports for upgrade units to be put on, so we can increase the yield or efficiency or the production speed of these facilities, buildings, constructions, by putting upgrade units on them. There you go. That'll be producing hydrogen. If we had ice, let's see if we had any. I might have just used it for filling up my own tank. Yeah. I don't know if these are powered. How much wind turbine are we doing? Not much. So we're probably out of power. I didn't even look at how much our assembler takes. Ooh, so much power. We might have to get an efficiency, power efficiency module on that. Because right now, like, I don't think we're really keeping up with the power demands. Not with our, what are we bringing in? 150, 150, 300, 450 kilowatts out of, like, how are we keeping up with this? There's no way. Oh, you know what? We're probably running off a battery. Yeah, we're running off a battery. This is good. We have a bunch stored up. We have a megawatt hour. But we're going to need more power because we're going to run out of that. We're going to need to expand our wind farm into that other corner. But for now, let's just get this stuff kind of going. Finish up our piping. Actually might have needed some of those motors that were in there. Also might not have. Nope, I need interior plates. Those are computers. Do I not have any? There. Take some of you too. Ow, ow. There you go. Oh, one more. There you go. And we're all piped up. It's starting to look like some kind of semblance of a base. Oh, I forgot. I was trying to paint my ship this yellow color to kind of look, because it's Le Pomplemousse. It's French for grapefruit. I know it doesn't really resemble a grapefruit at all, but that word for whatever reason popped into my head when I was thinking what to name it, and it's a fun word to say, and I couldn't get it out of my head, so that's now the name. And I was gonna color it this yellow color, but I couldn't figure out how to get it working, so I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit off camera and get that to work. But this seems like a good place to stop in the next episode, or maybe probably even off camera. I'll put up that next wind turbine as well as build up some of these walls. As you can see, this is why I built them so high, so they're 8 above the roof that we're going to put over all these facilities, and so they won't their output won't be blocked off. The wind, quote unquote wind, won't be blocked. But so as for now, this is a good place to end. I'll do some work off camera, and I'll bring you back with what I have done, and we'll go from there. I hope y'all enjoyed. This has been Neptune's Ring, the Space Engineers. Bye.